Hello?
Hello?
Huh?
Hey, can you hear me?
Daisy?
Hey. Oh, hello. It's been a long time, Ray.
I know.
I literally haven't seen you for 10 years.
One of them is
That's mad.
I remember that era being so special to me.
We were just kids from a little rinky-dink hometown. I find it so bizarre that we found each other. I know. I just think our year was so different to other years. We were the gayest year ever.
This is weird. Wow, it still smells the same.
Over by the fishies. This is so cute.
There he is. Plie. Over in Alberton.
Oh, well, hello.
Hello.
Oh my pot of gold.
Hey.
I'm sorry, but I wouldn't put this on the wall.
Josh!
What? Pull yourself together.
me and my daughter.
Last day of school.
So tell me about the snow.
It's snowing.
When was the last time you were here?
Would have been the last day of sixth form.
Kathleen.
Being on school grounds and walking around now, it's just like, so yeah, it's really weird.
Did you have lessons in here?
I think when I was in year 7, I sat over there.
Do you remember doing self-portrait?
I hated it.
Same. I drew Reese Witherspoon.
No one taught us how to do the colour right, by the way.
What, brown?
Yeah.
Anyway, here's your seat.
Thank you.
I'll sit behind the camera. Just gonna move forward. We're gonna start with an icebreaker, which is
A role play.
try and name as many queer people in our year as possible.
Are we including the bi people as well?
Yes.
Well, you,
Me.
Kathleen,
Owen,
Josh.
Lauren.
Ellie Kelly,
Heather,
Callum Davis,
Louise.
Scott came out, didn't he?
Connor Wanklin.
Hannah Williams.
So when I started doing drag, some people were just like, you'd be surprised.
I'm sure I'm missing a good few people.
Oh my god, like all these names.
There's loads, and they've all gone out my head.
You beat Kath. Kath got about 6.
You can just name our friend group.
So what happens when you come to Tewkesbury? You get gay and you get filmed. At the time in school, it didn't seem strange that there were so many queer people in our year group. It just seemed very, very normal. Gays in the house! And it's only really looking back, realising actually that was really special, because to have over 30 people in one year group identifying somewhere on the spectrum in this tiny town in 2005 to 2012, not the same in the year above, not the same in the year below. I don't know how it happened, but I'm just so glad that it did. We call Tewkesbury Twinkleberry, or Twink for short.
Good old Tewkesbury. It's a really picturesque town, like the gorgeous old abbey.
It's like a small town in every sense of the word.
There's always a mutual friend that will know who you are.
You generally can't walk down the street without someone being like, oh yeah, like how's your mum doing? Or how's your granddad doing? And you're like, just want to go and get some bread. It's like, it's one of those.
I would say Tewkesbury is a very white town as well. Being a mixed race kid in this town, I remember that I stood out a lot.
You constantly felt like you were being watched all the time. So for me, it was just like, I had to have that clean break.
I come home just to see family and on the odd occasion to see friends, but that is such a small pool because I never really felt at home in Tewkesbury.
I feel like there is a dark side.
Yeah.
I'd say it's like a thing about any small English town. There's always like undercurrents of people's secrets.
I don't know, I feel like I'm talking ill of it, but I love Tewkesbury to bits because it's where I'm from and it's where I grew up and I had a great time.
Do you feel like a bit conflicted when speaking about Tewkesbury?
We don't want to badmouth where you're from, but you should be able to say there's bits about where you grew up that you don't like.
It's just Tewkesbury, isn't it?
I always felt like if I had like a good day in school and stuff like that, then home would be okay. I knew at an early age that I was gay, and for me, I was having to hold that in.
Hey kids.
My first step was just telling my friends, because if I could open up with them, then hopefully then in time I could do the same with my family. We'd just had PE, And I remember telling some friends, and it was meant to just stay between those guys, but obviously our year group being our year group, everyone found out really quickly, and obviously being in that really small confined space, everyone just like found out. And I don't know, it was weird because I'm just expecting that kind of like hate to have like flooded over, but like everyone was like, oh my God, like, do you know that she's gay? And it was just like, and everyone was kind of like happy about it, and I was just like, what's going on? And then like the next week someone else had come out, and then it was just like this like chain of people then.
I think I was probably 13, 14 when I came out.
Look at him.
I remember growing up and like buying the Baby Spice doll, and I was like, no, I need to have all 5 girls. My mum, she went all the way to Toys R Us, bought me all 5 girls, and I think she knew by then. She was like, yeah, he's gay.
I think it was fairly obvious with the friend group we hung out with that I was gay. People sort of stopped asking because anytime they did, they would just get then attacked by my friends, or it'd be like, oh, what of it? And then there was this one girl at school that was basically a known gossip, and I thought, I'm happy for everyone to know. Told her. It then spread out to the wider world. I came back in year 12, and then someone asked me once, they were like, are you gay? I was like, oh, I heard you come out, and I was like, yeah. And she was like, ah. And then that was that, and then no one then said anything about it again.
I didn't come out. I think I really resented the fact that other people had to be part of this experience of mine.
Girl, you so fine.
I also just like spoke about liking girls with my friends, and that was it.
Hey, beautiful. Hey.
I think there was like the first 2 or 3 people who came out, and then after that, I don't think people really came out to the year. Like, for the large part, there didn't seem to be a lot of judgment.
Do your thing.
Up until year 9, I was this like very scared person. I do remember doing a paper round and literally thinking in my mind, I was like, please don't be gay. Like, I can't be gay. In school, I was 2 years below you guys. There was only one other gay guy in my year, but I don't know, I just felt more at home with you guys. Less people would come up and have something to say because you had a group of people who were open and proud and would fight the fight with you. So I'd spend every moment I could with you guys.
I just have one thing for you to read.
Yeah.
This is a letter that we wrote to the MP. I was 16, so you would have been 14.
Did we write it together?
Yeah, at Head's house. It was me, you, Josh, Kath,
Yeah.
Harv, and a couple of others. Could you please read us out to the room?
Blah, blah. Ooh, these are long sentences.
Here I am calling for gay marriage to be legalised.
We find it absolutely disgusting that even in 2012,
Heterosexual people have privileges that homosexual and bisexual people do not have.
If you were denied the right to marry a woman based on something as irrelevant as her race or height,
I'm sure you'll feel discriminated against and want to alter the law.
Please try and see the world through another person's eyes.
You are, after all, trying to lead the people of our town.
Wow, that's crazy. 2012, it's not even long ago, is it?
So that was to the MP.
Okay.
And this was from the MP.
oh, this I have not seen.
Yeah, I don't think I did share it with anyone.
Well, probably not worth sharing, but let's give
No.
it a read.
Thank you for your recent email about an article which appeared in local press with regards to same-sex marriage.
I will have to disappoint you by saying that I believe that marriage is between a man and a woman.
I do not discriminate against people because of their sexuality.
Indeed, I have friends, one of which is a very senior MP who are homosexuals.
And as an aside, I have friends from other continents, such as Africa.
I abhor discrimination and believe that prejudice is born of ignorance.
I have nothing against couples of the same sex having relationships.
Or even cohabiting.
But I do not believe that they can be married.
With best wishes, Lawrence Robertson, MP.
As a queer person, I think you just grow up expecting people, to a certain extent, to be homophobic.
I also remember just that kind of feeling that other people were starting to hate on me, which wasn't a feeling I had before. So was it me or was it because I was gay?
I was very reclusive because I was just always terrified of people. It was a constant fear that if I went out, what could happen to me?
People would push me over, I got spat on. I got tied to a tree and thrown rocks at. I got pinned down and someone snotted a bogey in my face.
I used to always put myself down and just make myself feel like shit because I was just so camp and I just felt like the other boys just didn't get it. And I just remember feeling really uncomfortable with myself. But then I guess growing up, I felt like I wasn't on my own. I just didn't give a shit anymore, and I still don't, you know, so, yeah.
I felt that you guys did look after me in a way that my parents couldn't. I think if they knew to the extent, well, they would have wanted to help more, but they couldn't. So I found a family within school of people that were like me.
As a year group, everyone always used to look out for each other. You were like kind of protected in a way because you had these people that were like that barrier between you and that hate.
You don't need to feel alone in it. There's a group of people that you can connect with somewhere, maybe 2 years above. Even in a tiny little town like Drinkleberry.
I feel so lucky to have always had queer people around me who were fairly happy to explore their sexuality at a time and in a place where that wasn't encouraged.
I don't think I've ever gotten closer to other people than the friends we've had here. The funny thing is, I still have more gay friends from this tiny town than I do from living in the centre of Birmingham where there's a massive gay scene. It's so bizarre.
The funniest part is that we're literally all walking around calling this town Twink. I don't know whether people don't know the gay meaning of that word. Twink! Like, it's full of twinks.
You feeling weak? I'm there for you, just like you're there for me.